The dog nuttery continues. And remember, please, ask questions about the things that have been or go on within this dog culture. Hope everyone's having a great dog-free weekend. Once again, I'm back again to shine the light on a few things that I've noticed throughout the weeks, and et cetera, et cetera. And then one of the first things that really prompted me to make this video, I was going to make it in a separate video, but I'm going to do it all together. Please bear with me. There's no way to manually, I'm on my phone, so there's no way to manually arrange these topics so it's easier. But one thing that triggered me to make this video was things like this. Here we have a dog on the the driver's side, on the driver's steering wheel, and in the video the car was in motion, and this is obviously total endangerment. This guy or lady, whoever, this thing is blocking his view. Anything can happen and someone can die just because these dog nuts take pleasure in dog nuttery like this. And I had to ask the questions. Like, what is a psychopath? And are dog nutters, pit nutters, bully tards, are they also considered psychopaths? And we're gonna compare these traits to these dog nutters. Just to these dog nutters. And one of the first things that they said on the website was signs of a psychopath or psychopathy. That's inability to distinguish right and wrong, and for the foremost, all dog nutters are unable to realize how worthless dogs are, how dangerous they are, how disgusting they are, how they can make people sick, how they can assist in amputating limbs. They endanger children, they endanger people in the neighborhood, they endanger people in stores, in grocery stores. Clearly, they are unable to distinguish right from wrong. They lack empathy and remorse. Many times when a dog attacks someone or even attacks another worthless mutt, these dog nutters, after the attack is said and done, they will flee the scene. They will flee, they will hide their dog, and they're never seen again. And I would say most of the time, they don't even turn themselves in. They don't even turn their worthless mutt in. They hide the dog. So clear, examples of how dog nutters might actually be psychopaths. They manipulate and or hurting others. Again, this whole dog culture is based on manipulating. They have to lie, create these narratives, keep reinforcing, dog propaganda with things like dogs are man's best friend. Dogs are better than people. You gotta blame the owner. It's all about the owner. Get a leash, get a fence, all these things. And in the end, these dogs and these dog owners end up not just hurting a person, they end up hurting families. They end up killing people, killing families, killing futures. Just like that. So tell me that how are these dog nutters, pit nutters, bully tards, how are they not psychopaths? Behavior that conflicts with social norms, owning specifically owning dogs like bully breeds, pit bulls, or any dangerous dog it conflicts with social norms. As humans, the number one thing that any human person would want is safety and security. That is it. They want safety and security. I don't see anyone living on a volcano or in a volcano. No one, not even dognutters, they're not even sleeping on dog shit. But we as humans, we want to be safe and secure. But these dognutters will voluntarily go out there, and they will pay and get a dog, a dangerous dog, and they will then endanger people with that worthless one, endanger themselves. They will not only that, but they'll be rude. They won't pick up after their dog. They will allow their dog to vandalize other people's property. They're just rude. Otherwise, they are probably the most rudest people on the face of the earth. So yes, maybe dognutters are psychopaths. And they disregard for safety and responsibility, just like what I said before. They don't care about the safety of themselves. They don't care about the safety of their children and those in the neighborhood. That's why they get these dangerous dogs, because they don't care. They don't care. Even after the countless and many deaths, the many deaths of babies, children, adults, grown men, old people, even owners themselves, they remain in the state that they're in by getting and keeping and advocating and promoting these worthless mutts. Tell me, are not these dog nuts psychopaths? And they also add behavior that conflicts with social norms. Already went over that. Disregarding and violating the rights of others. Specifically, when these pit nutters, will allow their baby to be pretty much sat on by a pit bull, a bully breed. They'll take pictures of their newborn baby by the mouth. Literally by the mouth of these pit bulls and bully breeds. Who remembers that the story of the gingerbread man? Gingerbread man becomes alive, and the long story short, at the end, he dangles at a crocodile's mouth. And what happens? He gets eaten. So that's pretty much what these dog nut parents are doing. They are pretty much offering their newborn babies to the pit bull by placing it at the mouth. Not behind, not on the side, but literally right in front. And sometimes these dogs, their mouths are placed right on top of the newborn baby. They have inability to distinguish right and wrong. They lack remorse and empathy, tendency to lie often. We know in this dog culture, it is based on lies. Everything about this dog culture is based on lies. It would not flourish and become a billion-dollar industry without lying, without the ignorance, without stupid people. It would not be where it is today. Dog culture, a big lie. Just like I said before, they manipulate others and they hurt people. This dog culture has hurt many people. Hurt many people. And there's no denying this. Even dog nuts know these dogs hurt people. That's why they have all these excuses in place and in line to use in order to protect their worthless mutt. If the dog wasn't attacking and killing people, a lot of these excuses would not exist. They exist because these dog nuts, pit nuts, bully tards, they know that their dogs have hurt and have killed people. So that's why they create these manipulated excuses that they use, and they repeat, and other new dog nuts come and they repeat it, and it becomes like this domino effect. Even after so many people have been killed by these dogs. Again, they lack safety for themselves and the safety for others in the neighborhood. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. You could be in a neighborhood. You can hate dogs. You could have nothing to do with dogs. You could be allergic to dogs. You can stay as far away as you want as a dog. You can stay as far as away from a dog. But if someone in the neighborhood has a pit bull or a dog, your safety diminishes. You could be out there minding your business, coming home, leaving late at night, early in the morning. You could have a pool and you're just chilling in your pool. Next thing you know, these worthless mutts invade your property and attack you just like that, even though you have nothing to do with them. You have no beef with them. You have never said anything to them. You've done absolutely nothing to these worthless mutts. And they see you in your backyard, hanging out doing nothing, they will attack you and they will kill you. Happened to a lady in, I think it was Calgary, in her garden, just gardening, and guess what? She was attacked by dogs. Minding your own business. How can that be? You're on your own property gardening. Gardening should be like a therapeutic, calming, relaxing activity. And out of nowhere, dogs that have nothing to do with you, you have nothing to do with the dog, they come and attack you and they kill you. Again, just because you don't own a dog doesn't mean you're safe. And these dog nuts bringing these dogs in the neighborhood, automatically everyone's safety has been diminished. They express anger and arrogance on a regular basis. A lot of these dog nuts, pit nuts are very arrogant. They're very rude, reckless, toxic people. Even if you take away the dog, let's say you work with them, they're very toxic. They're very rude. Very loudmouth. They're just rude. Let's say they're just a customer in a store. They're very rude. They're very toxic. Let's say you're just driving and a dog nut is driving too. Again, they're very rude and very toxic. A lot of these dog nuts are very rude people. Pretty much went over most of this. It's pretty much repetitive. Again, they lie a lot. They failure to plan. A lot of these dog nuts, pit nuts, they don't really plan when and if their dog is going to attack. They think just because they raise the dog and feed the dog that this thing is never going to attack them or anyone else. And there's so many stories out there of these dog nuts training their dogs since they were puppies and them yet still attacking the owner, still attacking and killing someone else. They don't plan for that. They just think everything's going to be perfect. This dog is perfect. It's never, ever going to attack. But yet it happens nearly every single day. And when it does attack, they have nothing that they can use to stop the threat, stop the attack. Not a gun, not a hammer, nothing, not a taser. All they come out with is their bare hands. That's how useless they are. A lot of these safari places, like in Africa or even India, or wherever, when they go on these tour guides and buses, a lot of them, they bring guns with them. Then they bring tranquilizers, they bring lethal guns with them just in case something goes wrong. They're not gonna, we know damn well, they're not gonna be able to fight off an elephant with their bare hands. And we know damn well a lot of these dog nuts cannot fight off a pit bull with their bare hands. None of them can. When these things are in attack mode, and they try to stop it, they're going to get bitten and attacked. It's not gonna work. We've seen dogs pull grown men on the dirt. We've seen them attack, struggle with a dog. And speaking of struggle, Speaking of struggle, and again, it's pretty much the same thing that I've already said, but speaking of struggle, I'm going to show a prime example of a grown man struggling with a worthless mutt. See? Gets attacked in the face. And with his bare hands, he can't even release the thing up with his own bare hands. He can't. And even them, oh, look how much people there are. And even them, they can't even do anything. Can he do it by himself? He's struggling. He is struggling until someone else has to come to his aid. So you want to kiss up and grope and be dognutters? This is the type of thing you're going to get. This grown big man could not fight off this thing by himself. But a lot of these dognuts walk these things bare hands. No bat, no nothing, no stick, no gun, nothing. And when they attack, can't do anything. And there was another video a long time ago. It was on Facebook. It was brutal. I would not show it here because it's that brutal of a dog nut getting brutalized by a dog. Had no gun, no weapon. Came out with his bare hands, and he got brutalized by his own worthless mutt. Ladies and gentlemen, this one, being chased by a chicken, gotta be the most scariest thing ever. Not dogs, not being chased by dogs, not even being attacked by your own dog, but being chased by a chicken is the scariest thing ever. But this person says chickens have a legit reason to attack. And I shouldn't have to explain why. Pit bulls never do. Dogs in general as well, they will attack for no reason. Just like the other video I just showed you, this guy was being all lovey-dovey with the dog, and the dog still attacked him. They attack their owners that feed them and take care of them. Chickens have it bad. Again, I shouldn't have to explain why. Pits live in luxury and will maul you up for it. Same with all dogs. They have it so easy, but they will still attack and maul their owners. They will still attack and maul people in general. This comment was for, that's why pit bulls can never be banned. Too many variants that allows manipulation. And that is for this. And this is not even all of them. This is not even all of them. There are so many bully breeds out there. And that's why having a ban on pit bulls or bully breeds or Pacific bully breeds, it doesn't work because there's too many variants out there. They're going to say if it looks like this, it's banned, but this is allowed when it looks exactly the same. They look exactly the same. Their facial features are pretty much exactly the same. They're all the same. But if they ban, let's say the XL, these other ones can still be around, can still live to attack you. And this is not even all of them. There are so many more pit bulls and bully breeds out there. That's why bans are worthless. They're worthless because if it's not being reinforced, automatically it's worthless. They're also worthless because there's so many variants out there that people, dognutters, the government can manipulate it. Hey, this is not a pit bull. This is a pocket. So it's okay, but it does the same exact thing. This is why I say all dogs should be eliminated. So we don't have to have these tedious discussions. This is an XL, but this is a pocket. Oh, it's only because its ears are poked out. This one is not thing because it's different fur. It's not thing because its mouth is different. It's all the same bullshit. And they all need to be banned and eliminated. Man. So again, it's like we talked about with dog lovers, being psychopaths. They have many lie and they make up things and just to justify their dog nuttery. And this is a clear example of how dog nutters are psychopaths. They make these memes. A dog might destroy your shoes, but it will never break your heart. They say that after whoever remembers this lady who was mauled and eaten by her own worthless mutts. There are other stories out there of dog nutters, pit nutters, getting mauled and killed by their own worthless mutt. And this thing says it will never break your heart, but yet this person was killed. These people, this is only like 1, 2, 3, 4. For these dog nuts were killed. How about this news story that just happened recently? Man killed and woman seriously injured in dog attack in Tasmanian home. Long story short, police is underway after pet dog killed its owner and left another in serious condition in a rural property in southern Tasmania. Neighbors raised the alarm after hearing cries for help. 10:40 p.m. This is about to go to their bed. And guess what? You're mauled to death by your own dog. And it turned on a 6-year-old man. You're 66. Man, lives to be 66 and to be a dog nutter. But yet, these memes exist. This could only mean that dog nuts are just psychopaths. To come up with this while these stories exist. And how about this one? This dog nut, rescued a pit bull, and in return, she was mauled for it. A dog might destroy your shoes, but it will never break your heart. But yet, she got mauled by her own dogs in the woods, mind you. All these people got mauled by their own dogs in their own home. This guy got mauled late at night by his own dog. She who, who did good, I guess you can say, who thought she was doing good, rescued a pit bull, and in just 2 weeks, it mauls her to death. But yet, these dog nuts, pit nuts, want to say dogs will never break your heart. Well, these stories happen nearly every single day. How about more psychopathic behavior from these dog nuts? So now, again, I don't believe in Santa Claus. I know Santa Claus is a fairy tale. I always knew that as a kid, didn't really care. But Santa Claus does not exist. But here they're using Santa to, sell these worthless mutts. So they're using basically 2 fairy tales in one to make bank, basically. And they called this thing Trigger. That's his name. This worthless mutt is called Trigger. Not joking. It's called Trigger. And they're writing letters to Santa for a dog. This is just so dumb. This is so delusional, so psychotic. How can these dog nutters not be listed and titled as psychopaths? how are they any different from like physically antisocial people? How are they any different from terrorists? How are they any different from serial killers? Only difference is they use dogs. And in this case, they're using dogs and using another fairy tale in order to sell a dog. And what do? They dress it up in clothes, mind you. Tell me this is not some type of sickness. They are sick. And I mean that. They are truly sick. How about this story? Again, dog nuts only care about their dogs. Man tracks Siberian tiger that killed his worthless mutt. Then the tiger kills him. Yep, we're not making that up, people. Some tiger killed his worthless mutt. He goes to try to find and kill the tiger because he's a psychopath, and in return, this beautiful looking tiger killed the man. Way to go, cat. Way to go, kitty cat. How about this? Who can tell me what is wrong with this picture? Again, we're talking about psychopaths here. What is wrong? What do you see in this picture? What we have here is a dog being bathed in I believe it's a kitchen sink. A dog is being bathed in a kitchen sink where you probably wash food. You might place food in there, wash your plates, and they are bathing their worthless, stank-ass, disease-ridden, parasite mutt in a kitchen sink. This is why I always say, never eat from dognutters, never go to their house, because they do these things. Their dogs are probably licking on the spoons, saliva's dripping on the food, and they're going to hand it to you. Never, ever, 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 ever eat from dog nuts. Because you think you're just getting rice and peas, end up getting a rice peas with a sprinkle of dog dander, with some saliva gravy, even some droppings of dog droppings in your spaghetti. You never know. Stay away from these psychopaths. How about this? I kind of meant to cover his ugly face, but nevertheless, they say pit bulls are just the nicest dogs there are. They're among the most tolerant dogs tested by American Temperament Test Society. But then here we have the ultimate dog god, the king of dog trainer, Cesar Millan, whose pit bull, so they say allegedly, killed Queen Latifah's dog and attacked a gymnast. So if the biggest dog trainer in the history of dog culture, if his pit bull can attack and kill other dogs and people, all this crap is garbage. It is garbage. And I don't know why people don't use the Cesar Millan example as a clear example of how pit bulls, you can say dogs in general, but pit bulls are just ruthless killers. You have let's say, allegedly the best dog trainer, the most known, most popular, probably the most richest dog trainer in the history, all time in dog culture, and his own pit bull killed another dog and attacked the gymnast. But these pit-tards still want to use this bogus test, the test with that rubber hand, and you place a rubber hand, and if the dog doesn't attack it, okay, the dog is nice. You take it on a 15-foot walk and walk in circles, the dog is fine. And they say, okay, the dog is fine, take the dog. Next thing you know, end up like this. You get a dog, a rescue dog, and you do these stupid temperament tests. You get it. They say it passed. It's the nicest dog ever. You'll end up dead. And she's only just one example of this happening. There's so many out there. It's time for a cat video. Check out this guy. Check out this guy. This puts a smile on my face. Alright, in this video, proves that a lot of dognutters, I mean, speaking of Cesar Millan, one of his greatest quotes is, gotta be a pack leader. These aren't pack leaders. A lot of dognuts are not pack leaders. Here we have a worthless, good-for-nothing dog, worthless mutt, guarding someone else's baby, someone else's child. You're the parent. You want to go to your own child, and you have a worthless mutt guarding it, supposedly guarding it. And instead of pushing and grabbing the thing and putting the thing in its place, they decide to to embarrass themselves by recording it. So people can laugh and have, and seek pleasure in this. And again, speaking of psychopaths, this is psychopathic behavior in the dog culture. Just allowing a worthless, good-for-nothing dog to jump on, to guard, to spread its saliva, dander, its fleas, its parasites over your baby. You're trying to get your own flesh and blood, and you can't because your worthless mutt is guarding your own child. You ain't a pack leader. You ain't a parent. You's a bitch. That's what you are. You are a bitch. And I mean that. And I really do, because I would not allow this. No person, no other man, no nothing should keep me away from my child. Let's say this was my freaking dog. Or let's say my partner's freaking dog. I would grab this thing by its neck and, and that thing would fly. It would fly. It would learn to fly. So it learned its lesson. This is my child, my flesh and blood. Know your role, you worthless mutt. Obviously, dogs don't have a role because they're worthless, but hey, stay away from my child. You can't be doing this shit. But a lot of dog nuts, grown men, mind you, grown, tough, strong men, and grown, tough, strong women or wee men will allow this, and they will find it funny. They will film themselves, put it on the internet for the world to see how much they are a bitch. And they will get likes and loves. But again, within dog culture, psychopathic behavior. Psychopaths are going to call out other psychopaths. And that's why this dog culture is able to flourish. Not only because of the lies, but also because they're filled with psychopaths. How about this worthless, invasive piece of garbage? The nice little horse is eating, and this thing just decides to stand there like a doofus. But good. And what does this horse do? Horse just swats him away. Honestly, the horse is being nice. If anything, this horse should have stepped on this dumbass dog. And it's funny how when a dog is eating, everyone stand clear from the dog that is eating. Because if you don't, you're going to get attacked. And if you get attacked, it's your fault. But here we have a dog being invasive as the horse is eating in its own stable. And this dog is allowed to sit where he's eating. So this dog is rubbing its ass on the horse's food, mind you. The dog is rubbing its nasty ass on the food, but that's okay. But if it was a dog eating and you get attacked, it is our fault. But look at this. Look at this. Look at some of the comments. Horses are jerks. I hate horses, all because of this. A dog being invasive. Anything that hurts a dog, they're going to hate it. Cat hurts a dog, they're going to hate cats. Certain people hurt a dog, they're going to hate people. A Negro hurts a dog, they're going to hate Negroes. A grown man hates a dog, they're going to hate grown men. They're psychopaths. They only care about dogs. How about this one in terms of owners getting mauled by their own worthless mutt? This dog nut, family who tried to put it in a Christmas sweater and is only captured after being stabbed, tasered, then shot with a tranquilizer and a shotgun. First off, psychopathic behavior of wanting to put clothes on a worthless mutt, or wasting fabric, wasting material. We have, probably children from who knows where working for nothing in these sweatshops, making these things for worthless mutts. Then we have these psychopath dog nuts putting them into these things for their own pleasure. But in the end, they're attacked for it. And this person probably loved this thing. Look at him, look at her, look at her. But in the end, she was mauled. And after she was mauled, this thing wouldn't stop. The thing was stabbed, tasered, then shot with a tranquilizer dart and a shotgun. And a lot of these pit nuts want to walk their worthless mutt bare hands. Not a stick, not a gun, not nothing. Not even I don't know, not even like hot water or something. Nothing. Bare hands. And if it's probably, so-called animal control that stabbed it or tasered it, shot it with tranquilizer, and it didn't faze it. Psychopathic behavior. Check out this dog nutter. Oh boy, they again, it's more than just being psychopath. It's delusional. I'm gonna look more into those other things. I think this is very delusional, very highly delusional. This delusional, I don't know what it's called. Delusional disorder. Don't quote me on it. But here we are again with this dumb book, with the dumb retarded dog with this stupid mouth open. I don't know why they think this is pleasurable, watching this ugly thing with this nasty mouth open. When most of its bacteria and parasites come from its mouth. But they take pleasure in these disgusting pictures. But this book says only animals, again, dogs are not animals. A lot of dog nutters need to know this. Dogs are not real animals, not natural animals. They are pretty much man-made. They're man-made. They're made in labs, made in these butcher shops, places where a lot of these dogs don't live. They're tortured to live. They're not animals. They are mutants. They are abominations. And he says only animals allowed in heaven. This is a certified dog nut, only here to worship dogs. And again, he used the term animals, but he only shows for let's say for theory-wise, he says animals, but he only shows a worthless mutt, one worthless mutt. Where are the birds? Where are the lizards? Where are the lions, the cats, the rabbits, the insects? but he only shows a worthless mutt. This guy is delusional. This guy is most likely and is a psychopath. And they do a lot of these things. It's because they're dog nuts and they're suffering and they want to continue to worship these worthless mutts because their lives are insecure. It's full of shit. They don't know who they are. So what do? They waste their time, energy, and money on these worthless mutts. And in the end, they still ain't shit but a bitch. Anyways. Yep. Again, dog nuts, they're always endangering others for their own pleasure. Psychopath. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And again, going back to pit bulls being the nicest, they dominate. They dominate the charts. They do. Even though this is like old, it wouldn't make a difference. It would still be either more attacks or just the same. But I'm pretty sure it's more, but it'll still be more. It wouldn't really make much of a difference. That's what they do. They just maul people left to right. This person says bulldogs, pit bulls, and pugs were all designed for the same purpose. Rottweilers as well. So why do only pit bulls get blame? Many other dogs were bred to attack as well. Terriers, small game Dobermans are designed for blah, 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 blah. And again, just showed you the stats. I just showed you an example of the stats. And these are just ones that I show. I've shown them many times. This is why the pit bull gets blamed, because they attack the most. So obviously this dumbass dog nut did not look up the stats. Did not look up the facts. You look it up. Look at the many stories, many examples of how these things have attacked and killed people, their own owners, even dogs, and the stats are up there. The pit bull stacks the stats. We're always talking about banning pit bulls, banning bully breeds. It's always them that come up. Always them. Nearly 9 times out of 10. Maybe 9.6 out of 10. You read a dog attack, it is coming from the pit bull. Every time. Yet dumb people like this will come up with these stupid comments. Look up the stats and shut up. Again, this is a clear example of what a psychopath is. Tell me, what does this look like to you? I'm sorry to disgust you, but what does this look like to you? Yes, it is an ugly ass worthless mutt, but this thing looks like a rotten fruit. Maybe a rotten eggplant. It looks rotten. It looks disgusting. Time you see rotten fruit, you're like, oh, it's disgusting. You don't want to eat that. You don't want to go nowhere. You throw it in the garbage. And this is where this thing needs to go. It needs to go in the garbage. I got a strike. Well, sort of. I guess it's more of a warning. So I made a comment. Maybe you agree or disagree, but I thought it was funny. I forgot what it was for, but I said, you smell like dog. So you smoke cigarettes to smell like cigarettes to hide the dog smell. I think this kind of rings true. I think a lot of dog owners, they know they smell like dog or dogs. Some of them have multiple dogs and damn well know that smell is gonna stick to them. And I think they know. I think some of them know they smell like dog. They smell like ass. A lot of them know they smell like dog shit. So what do they do to hide it? Because I don't think showering isn't working. Using perfume deodorant isn't working because they still smell like dog's ass. So they resort to smoking cigarettes. And in the end, they're going to smell like cigarettes. And they rather get shamed for smelling like cigarettes than smelling like a dog's ass. Here we have a worthless mutt ruining the scenery. In this video that showed, I'm not going to show it, but And these dog nuts are very, very nasty. And I'm just showing how nasty these dog nutters are. They're filming the son and their worthless mutt. And they're filming, and they continue to film as this worthless mutt takes a shit on their boat. And they filmed the whole thing. And they laughed about it. They thought it was funny watching a dog take a shit. That's how disgusting and psychopathic these dog nutters are. Again, just I think I already went over this, but that's why pit bulls can never be banned. I should say fully banned or banned, whatever. But because there's too many variants that allows manipulation, and there are. I mean, they all look the same. They all do the same things. But they say pit bulls are banned, but even though this is clearly looks like a pit bull, it's not banned because it's called something else. And I think I read there's another video of them making a new pit bull now. So they can just make these or create these pit bulls out of nowhere. So it becomes very difficult. And that's why I say ban them all, eliminate all dogs, you have no complaints. That's why a lot of these dog nuts, these general dog nuts, they don't really have a good argument. They lose. They're unhelpful. They can't win. Because a lot of these pit bulls are mixed with other regular worthless mutts, and they look like them, and you know these other dog nuts are also rude, and their dog also attacks. So they really have no leg to stand on. They're pretty much worthless. That's why all dogs, every single dog, every domesticated dog should and needs to be eliminated from the face of the earth. After we do that, no more dog problems, none. And if these dog nuts decide to get depressed because they miss their dogs, then they know what to do. I think that's it for today. Oh yeah, one more couple more things. My bad. Again, a lot of dog nuts on Facebook. They do these scams. They try to, weasel out money for these worthless mutts. Never. It's like you're basically throwing your money down a toilet. Never do it. Not for no worthless mutt. I mean, there are better charities, better causes that need money, that need resources. Not these dogs. The only resource they need is to be eliminated. We're gonna watch a video on YouTube, but we're gonna do that last. In this video, this is why again dogs are just so retarded. So retarded. Here, have a child trying to get in, and this dog is continuously just slamming the door on him and moving like this. Like, why is it moving like this? It just moves so retardedly. You animals don't move like this. Why does it have to move like this? Excited? Animals who are excited don't move like this. It's only dogs. It's unpleasant, man. And it's playing to slam the door in someone's face. And in the video also, I didn't record it. It also puts its mouth on the door knob. And this door looks very, very weird. If this dog wants to do it, this dog could probably maul off the doorknob and escape. And in this video, I just took a picture of it. This kind of mirrors dog culture. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy did own a dog, but here we have a guy who owned tigers. He's in a cage with a couple tigers or 3 tigers, like nothing. And then, he gets attacked by them. And he lived. He was able to get out. tigers, obviously, they're way stronger than dogs. Way probably were more brutal than dogs. In a sense of just pure strength. But as they were attacking the guy, it wasn't like attack, just like dogs do. They attacked him and they kind of stopped. Like they were in attack mode, but they weren't just mauling him over and over again. Because with dogs, they will attack you, attack. Even when you're down yelling for help or whatever, attack. You have no chance of escaping. But this guy was in a cage with 3 grown tigers. They're attacking him, but he was able to walk out of the cage. But with dogs, pit bulls, bully breeds, if they're attacking you, they are not going to stop attacking you. Again, if you want to own a pit bull or a bully breed, if you like them, then you are a psychopath. When these things want to attack you, they're not going to stop attacking you. They are going to maul the hell out of you. They don't take breaks. Just read about the other incident of them using tasers, stabbing the dog, tranquilizing the dog. That didn't even work on these things. You shoot one of these tigers with a brick, they'll probably just run away. But if you do it to a dog, man's best friend, mind you, the nicest things on the planet, they're going to continue to attack in the goal of killing you. If you want to watch that video, probably search guy gets attacked by tigers, something like that. And how about this? Here's one advice to anyone who wants a dog. Go to the shelter and ask which dogs are on the euthanasia list. That's all. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say, because it's just, again, psychopathic behavior of promoting and pushing this dog nuttery when there's really no reason for it. There's no need. There's no benefits of having a dog. There's none whatsoever. None. There's no benefits. None. Anything you think that you're getting from a dog, you can get anywhere else. But the truth is, a lot of these dog nuts are just dumb. They're empty inside, insecure, they're afraid, they're toxic, they're reckless, they're hurting. They have so much baggage. And they use these dogs as a way of escaping reality, to enter in this dog nuttery state when things around them are pretty much burning down. I think this is the final video. Another cat video. I think that these cat videos are very therapeutic. You know, they're just so calming. These things don't look ugly at all. They have good, patterns of fur. Their faces are very neat. They just look so calming just to watch a cat video. They're not moving around and being like slobs. Even when they flick their mouth open with their tongue, it doesn't look as disgusting when dogs do it. Look at this. This is so calming, guys. Very, very calming. Very calming. Yeah. That's about it for this video. This is Gore the Dog Butcher with another Worthless Mutts. And please remember that it is okay to hate dogs. Thank you for watching.